All right, it is another live video, which you can catch currently with me now live, which being I didn't post anywhere that I was going to do it live, or on the replay. What I'm doing is I'm going through one more of the long boxes from that Facebook Marketplace haul. Again, I purchased 4.5 long boxes for $160. And I'm going and discovering what I have in this box, live with you guys. It worked out really well because I got some great comments from people who viewed the last video, who gave me some really great insight onto some of the books. And that's so helpful for me when I'm going through these collections. So if you enjoy the content, it's going to be a little bit of a longer form video, but there's a lot of cool comics. Well, hopefully there's going to be a lot of cool comics. So we're starting off with the ones you saw in the thumbnail. Hero Sandwich, and the reason I made slave labor graphics. So we don't have the number 1, but we got 2, 3. We got 4. We got 5. So we got Hero Sandwich. So we've got a good little bit of Hero Sandwiches. So let's grab a chunk out. Which is kind of a bum since we had so many number 1 issues in the previous one. Well, look at that. We got our first viewer, ME Comics. All right. And then now we've got a DC one that I've never heard of. Hardware. All right. It's interesting. Again, we're starting with number 2. Oh, here's this one was the first one. So we have a number 1, number 2. Oh, then we jump to 16. So, but yeah, what I'm also doing while I'm doing this is I'm going to be sorting them. Ooh. Bloodshot yearbook number 1. Too bad that's not like the Bloodshot number 1. I'm determining whether I want to replace the bag and board that they're in, or based on my opinion, is it good enough? So we've got hard case. So this is Malibu Comics. Now I know Spawn. There's a Malibu Spawn. So I wonder if that's also tied into the Malibu Comics. So it looks like this one is starting off similar to the other one. It's not your traditional mainstream type stuff. Now this one looks like Loki, but again, it's that hard case option we got going on there. Hard case. So we've got a good collection of good hard cases. All right. No, it's not like I'm seeing a specific run, but also not that familiar with hard case or Malibu Comics in general, other than I know there is a Malibu Comics Spawn because it's been given away on that Spider-Man booth a few times. All right. Ghosted. Because these have a retail sticker on them, they're going to get rebagged. $3 retail, though. That's what I like to see. Something that's not, it's not a fortune, but might have a little extra value. So, and since I'm going to do all the other ghosted bags and boards, even though this one doesn't have a retail sticker, I will survive. No, I will update that one as well. Okay. These are skybound. Well, I don't know if it was actually the person's. I did buy a collection, but I think the person who had it, they had purchased it, I don't know, storage locker or whatever, because they weren't really familiar. When I was trying to negotiate with the guy, he's like, well, some of these say retail $2.99. I was like, yeah, but there could be dollar store bins. So although I do think it was someone's collection, I don't think it was the person I bought it from, because they initially wanted $350 for this. They posted it, and I came in at like $100. When I try to do a collection, especially if I'm doing sight unseen, I usually try to really get down to so it was still more nail biters. Try to get down to like 10 cents a comic. I try to be definitely between 10 and 20 cents when I'm purchasing them, because I feel like if that, no matter what I end up with, like I can get my money back out of it if I need to, which is usually the plan when I go into it. So this fellow and I negotiated over some time. We stalemated. He wanted like $250 when we negotiated. I came up to $160. I said, hey man, you know where to get a hold of me. And then last week, out of nowhere, he messaged me and was like, would you do $250? And I was like, I'm going to stay at $160. And he's like, can you pick him up today? And I was like, sure. I happen to have the day off, so I will do that. All right, this one's a little gruesome. Animal Man, Flesh and Blood, The Homecoming. That's an interesting one. So I went through two of the long boxes yesterday, 1.5-ish ones, and it was a lot of there was a lot of number ones, and it was a lot of independent type deals. A lot of Image, a lot of Dark Horse, and then some other just much smaller imprints. So nail biters, there's a big group of nail biter ones in there. We got The Boys. All right, so we got two of this one. So I'm not familiar, but looks like a gangster type book, The Boys. Ooh. We got some Butcher. From Dynamite. Ooh, this is Herogasm. All right. I think they're trying to imply that there's a lot of heroes in that collective group, but that's so Skybound. I do have a Skybound mystery box coming. So if you like the mystery box opening, it was a Skybox was offering it on their website, so I went ahead and got it, and I got 3 of these. They got stickers on them. Ooh, I have more than 3. So This box has, I want to say this box has more multiples than the other, but we got multiples of a lot of these Thief of Thieves. So I was trying to determine, if it was a collector, if it was like retail store remnants, and it's just, I don't, this is what my third long box I've kind of gone through at this point, and I just don't completely have it nailed down. I still feel like it's a collector. But again, I don't feel like the guy that I bought them from was the actual collector. I think he acquired them and somehow and was trying to sell them. So we got a couple of those. So we got quite a bit of this Thief of Thieves. I feel like Image has a lot of the gritty crime ones, like Tom and Stitch, and apparently like these. So maybe gritty crime ones. This, The Walking Dead. Ooh, all right. Mechanized anime robots. Who doesn't like that? Tech Jacket. Yeah, a lot of multiples in this box so far. So, got these are pretty interesting though. I liked me some mechanized robot action from back in the day. So, more gritty. This one looks zombie-esque. The Sword. All right, we got lots of swords. So yeah, anyone who wants to share their comic knowledge with me in the comments below, I always appreciate it. Some of you guys are just know your stuff so well with some of this stuff, and have really pointed me towards books that I should be looking at, taking extra closer looks at. These ones had some price tags that have been peeled off, and now their books are sticking to each other. But this one, this long box has more run, more consecutive issues of specific ones than the first two did. The other ones had previously been like onesie twosies of titles and just a lot of variation, but this one's been a lot of more runs, longer story runs. So The Strain, Dark Horse. All right, we got some more graphic, gritty cop items here. Suicide Risk. All right. All right, got a handful of these ones. A lot of, I think, the Mike Carey and George Coelho. Those aren't artist names that like stand out to me in my limited knowledge. That's awesome. I haven't done the Key Collector subscription yet. I don't know if I'm ready to pay for it. But I've downloaded it. My guy, Packer Jeff, he had me, he recommended CLZ Comics, and I've got that one. But it doesn't have as much information about the books is what I've seen advertised about the Key Collector app. So we've got several of these Suicide Risk. So we got a big chunk of Suicide Risk. I didn't pay attention to if I also had, if it was the number one. It was in there too. All right. Valiant issues. Armani's. We got a couple of these guys. It's got some Judge Dredd-esque appearance to it. Hey, this one looks interesting. It's like a chrome Batman. So we've got armor. With yeah, man. I was trying to see if it was affiliated. It's got the 80s rock, 70s rock font on there. We got some armors in here. We got some weird anatomical twisting on that. Looks like the guy's like a G.I. Joe whose rubber band snaps. Ooh, I kind of like this. See, they got me. Purple and metal chrome. So we got some purple metallic font with a chrome guy on there. I was trashing them in the last one, but they know how to get to my heart right there. Ooh, oh, look at that. We got chrome metallic ladies. Huh? I like that one. That's, again, you guys know the way to my heart. Chrome metallic covers. That one needs a new bag. All right. We've got some authority. Respect my authority. But yeah. Oh yeah, love those great 90s chrome shiny covers. Like the metallic blue Spider-Man 2099. That one's a great one. That one stands out the most to me in my mind just because that one is the one I had as a kid. But lately I've seen so many more from the 90s. Ooh, Armor X. We got the number 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey, to go with the chrome cover, we have photorealistic cover. So that's there. All right. So mixed in here, we do have some of that, some additional, was it Evangelines, Archers and Armstrongs. That sounds like a Archer and Armstrong sounds like a TV show from the 90s. Almost like Just the 10 of Us. All right. We got more of those. So we got a good little run of the Archers and Armstrong. So that is definitely some of the defining characteristics of this one compared to the other one. Is the other one had a lot of number 1s, and this one has a lot more streaks of books, a lot more, I guess, runs, if you will. But is that better? Is it worse? Still to be determined, but and it also makes me lean more towards collector until like you get to them and there's like, see, we've got multiples of a lot of copies. I was like, well, okay, maybe not collector, but maybe it was. Ooh, we got a dinosaur. some more Archer and Armstrong, but like a different volume, different, like the modern version. We got a 0. We got 2 different 0s. All right, and a 1. So we've got some different versions of Archer and Armstrong. I don't know how many times I can say Archer and Armstrong, but all right. So it was a big one back in the day. It's even better when I can get that comic book knowledge live. But so yeah, we've got Most Wanted. So like, don't think that we're all done with Archer and Armstrong, because apparently there's more. So we got lots of this guy. I gotta get those. I'm a little just OCD when it comes to my bags and boards, and even though it looks like it's okay condition, just having that sticker on there is going to drive me insane. So I got to remove it. I do rebag and board a lot of books when I buy the comic collections and stuff like that. It's kind of a zen thing where I can just kind of sit there and bag and board them peacefully, watch some Netflix after the kids go to bed. Ooh, man, this guy. Really loved him some Archer and Armstrong. We got another commenter. Look at that. Ruben Guzman. Welcome to the chat. Going through this Facebook Marketplace haul. Just sorting them out. Just seeing what I got. And like I said, this collection's a lot of stuff that is new on me. As I go, I'm deciding which ones I want to re-bag and board. Yep, so I'm $160 into this 4.5 boxes. For me, it was a good enough value to just pick it up. If I get the price right where I want it, and it's not mildew covered or like just absolutely destroyed. If it looks like someone's collection, maybe it's sat around and gathered dust for a while, and I can get it for the right price, I'm gonna pick it up, see what I can, I'm gonna enjoy the treasure hunt of going through it, and then I'm gonna sell off parts of it, keep parts of it. And it's been really fun to go through, since I started doing the YouTube videos, to share when I find these purchases and go through them, because you guys are so knowledgeable and you have given me such great information about these, that it's really invaluable. Animal Man. So, all right. So we got more Animal Man. Looks like the other Animal Man cover got separated from his friends. So looks like we got some decent amount of Animal Man now. We'll have to reunite it with the one from earlier. I am fascinated now to, I've got 2 more boxes. Probably this weekend, I will go through those 2 boxes, do like a Friday or Saturday later evening live, and just, do another long one and go through those. All right. We got some craziness coming, guys. Craziness. I didn't even know this was a thing. Although I was deployed really when this show kind of got popular. I was stationed overseas. So CSI comic books. So there is a weird gap in my pop culture knowledge where I was stationed overseas from like 2000 to 2003. And so there's some, songs from the radio and different things like that that I just don't know. I wonder how popular these were. Well, apparently some people bought them because this guy has some CSI comics, and so does Kelly F there in the comments. I know it was like a huge show on CBS and everyone loved it, but like whole CSI New York has comics too. All right, I was taken aback by the CSI comic books. Like I know the show was huge, but like the demo who watched CSI, were they really also going to the comics book store to pick them up? Must have. There's multiple. All right, we've got a new one. Drumheller. All right, it's got the Image logo with a Demon Baby in it. I don't know if that makes it more special. You got Demon Baby Image, and you got the Top Cow Image. Look. Oh, got a bunch with Casey Jones. It's probably not Casey Jones, but he's the only guy I know that walks around with a hockey stick. So looks like we got a pretty good chunk of the Drumheller. Again, this is fascinating because it's not the stuff. Usually you pick up stuff like this and you're getting a lot of 80s and 90s books, a lot of stuff that you heavily printed. These are all, from what I can tell, smaller imprints. Ooh, we got some more Eternal Warrior. So I think that's pretty fascinating in and of itself. It's just not the same kind of collection you usually see, which I like. But it may make it more difficult to get good information on them. But like someone previously mentioned, yeah, Key Collector, CLZ Comics, that stuff, that'll make it easier to go through. We got Eternal Warriors. Is that Bloodshot on this? Is that like... I'll take a look into that. And as always, if you want to drop some comic knowledge in the comments, it's always greatly appreciated. It's one of the reasons I've been doing this is because I've gotten good responses from people who viewed the videos and just, pointed me in the right direction on a lot of great things. I think that's pretty cool about the comic book community. They're not giving me a hard time for, not being the most knowledgeable comic guy. And I always appreciate that. Because it just takes time to, start learning, going through books, and just getting that knowledge. And it's always nice that people can keep you from, making a mistake by overlooking, particular books. So if you find this video interesting, check out the previous one, or it's the same part of the same collection. It's just different style books. Like I said, it's a lot of number ones, a lot of just different smaller imprints. All right, let me had to refresh myself with some LaCroix. I don't like to have caffeine before bed. I'm old. It messes with my sleep. So yeah, we got some Eternal Warriors. And that way, if I get through all the comic books, once I have my run through here, kind of making the video, checking them out, then I can have my sister help me go through and organize them. That's what I'm trying to do right now, is go through and get all my comics organized so I can downsize some of the ones that I don't want to keep. That way I can purchase more mystery boxes and stuff like that, do more videos, spread the wealth around a little bit. Because the mystery boxes does get a little expensive, but if I can liquidate some of the ones that I don't want to keep, then I can use that to get more and provide value to comic book collectors by letting them see where is a good place to spend their money on mystery boxes if they want to do so, or where they may want to step back and say, that's not for me. But yeah, this one's definitely run heavy, so very interested in seeing how that unfolds when I get them all sorted and organized. All right, the last one. We're at the end. We're at the last couple inches of the box, and we're still working through Eternal Warriors. Ooh. What? Oh, we got Eternal Warriors Pitfall. That is some great stuff right there. Pitfall, the game that never ends. You just keep jumping those sharks or alligators or crocodiles. Definitely not sharks. All right, we're in the new one. Executive assistants. I don't know if I want a comic books about secretaries, but you know, hey, I guess executive assistants need assistance. They have stories to tell. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. Fight Club 2. I did not know there was a second Fight Club. Ooh, got the 2 V13s. That is impressive. That's $500, sir. I have an issue purchasing anything when I haven't gotten. So I got the 12 coming. It doesn't release till August. And I don't like buying stuff before I get to see what I got. Because I got burnt on the last V box. I bought about 8, and it was kind of garbage. So we got Dial H. But I hope you do well in the 13. I really hate doing it, because that was kind of a thing Torpedo Comics started doing when the people doing unboxing videos were starting to get a little critical of their mystery boxes. They started releasing them before they shipped the other one. I was like, well, that's a little dicey, bro. But all the videos I've seen since the 8 have been really good for that Spider-Man booth. So I'm excited for the 12, and I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to get the 8 or not. All right. So we're into the DC, the new 52, and we got some H, and we're going to finish strong. All right. That was it. That was the part 2 long box of the Facebook Marketplace haul. I've got 2 more long boxes to go through. I probably won't do them on a school night. I will save them for Friday or Saturday, and I will go through and do a massive long video of unboxing those. I appreciate you guys hang out in the comments, and I also really appreciate those of you who follow afterwards. It means a great deal that you support and watch the videos. I hope you enjoyed them. Until next time, wash your hands and stay safe.